Hello. Let's play with Miss Foster. Dang, look at that rack. Ba bum bung. Oh, that looks pretty cool. Oh, that does look pretty cool. I like that a lot. And she got fat little rack. Babunga! Bunga! I just wish she had more one-liners. But hey, work did pretty good yesterday. And it was like extremely fucking funny. Cause like, she's my assistant manager. When I work alone with her enough, when it's just me and her working, she starts to like try to get closer to me. She's like all talking about what I like and that. Like we're talking about food at the end of the day and that, like what kind of food we like and that. I enjoy a good conversation with anyone.
The floor! Excuse you. Mrs. Foster from range. Clean it off me! Get in! Eyes! My eyes! Such accuracy, Mrs. Foster. How can you do it? This one's tenacious. I got grabbed!
Don't worry, the next one will be harder.
Mrs. Foster from range.
Spaniard Josh, imbecile. Four right aside to shut the pot.
Excuse me.
Let's the beginning. There's a lot more blood and pain.
Link and this stuff is out of date. And she is back.
Wave 2.
Aperitifs are served. Sleep tight. Blimey. Yeah, I'm in the zone, people. Mrs. Foster presents...
Maybe these fucking crawlers, bro.
The resupply pod is spend your dosh and shut up.
I need some ammunition here.
Wave 3.
Coming out the floor. Pleased to make your acquaintance. I'm in the mood to buy today. I'll be honest, that's fun. Mrs. Foster presents her introductions. Looks like markets are about to open. to make your acquaintance. Eulogize that.
Go to the pond.
That
Things.
was good.
Not that it will matter. You'll still die. You're just dragging this out. How long will a weakling like you survive? And how many bullets do you have? Enough? Didn't think so.
I do like the grenade launcher a lot.
Ammo. If you want something done. Oh, rather quaint, really.
Wave 4.
Who wants to get rich today? They're coming out the floor! Come on, Mrs. Foster. Aperitifs are served. Oh, Mrs. Foster, what a mess. This one's tenacious.
Damn it. And that's most of the way.
I'm in the mood to...
A big gun may help you feel safe, but it won't actually save you.
Spelunkers are us.
Don't bleed on the pod. It was hard to steal this many.
And she's back.
Wave 5. If you want someone dismembered properly, do it yourself.
Okay, Dingleberry.
Suddenly you have better things to do.
I know you're here somewhere.
Need time for a more direct.
Did I pique your
Help me,
interest?
my children. I think you may be
Get fucked, bro.
under the misconception that you're supposed to live through this. You're not.
Anyone getting low?
Wave 6.
Excuse you. I'll be honest, that's fun. Aperitifs are served. Physician, heal thyself. There it is.
Ammo, if you want it.
Aperitifs are served. I'll be honest, that's fun. We have ourselves.
Spend your Josh, imbeciles, before I decide to shut you God. You're not dead. Good enough. Move it, idiot. Get some gear, ammo, all those things that help you not die.
Oh man.
Wave 7.
Stuff is out of date. That's a flashbound. Ah, my ears. Reset the cloak. Mrs. Foster presents her introductions. Mrs. Foster doesn't miss those. It's got me! Faster. There's something cloaked. Pleased to make your acquaintance. Mummy loves money. Nico, Nikos, Nikos, Nikaus, Nikaus, Nikos. Oh, Mrs. Foster, what a mess.
The resupply pod is open. Spend your dosh and shut up. We'll salvage what we can from that flesh pound. The forearm shields usually survive. The trainer pod design is not terrible. Horzine did okay with this.
Oh, rather quaint, really.
Think this is all a piece of cake? How about a new slice?
Pleased to make your acquaintance. Good. serve.
You think that's it? There's plenty more sets.
This one's tenacious. Buy, buy, buy! Aperitifs are served. Mrs. Foster presents her introductions. Eulogize that. Coming out the floor! Did I pique your interest? I got grabbed! What the? And she's back. This one's tenacious. Bye. Nico, Nikos, Nikon. Nikamus, Nikatus, Nikon. Who wants to get rich today? Sleep time.
Spend your Josh, imbeciles.
I do like this gun, but I don't like it. This gun's really good, and it loads too fucking damn slow.
I'm not impressed. I'm
That's my
disgusted.
problem with this gun. It loads a little too slow.
Any lights in here?
Don't bleed on the pod. It was hard to steal this many.
I should reload faster.
Keep the Zeds out of that area.
Get the judge out of that area. Gotta get. Gotta get my phone. Probably get some text message from my site manager saying that my assistant manager was late again. Because she was almost like, it was like 38 or 39 minutes late yesterday, and our DM got flagged because we don't get like our ghost washes done before like in between like 7:15. They flag us. I said, well, if it comes down to it, it's like, why don't we get there earlier and just leave early? It's like I gotta get there at like 6:30 or 6:20 sometimes, get shit going before it hits 7, and everything's going. And then I just leave early. So leaving at 3, I'll leave at 2:30. It still gives me 8 hours, so then I don't have to worry about them up my ass. She was like, oh, it's all about getting that little bit more money. It's like, dude, get the money that you deserve. I get, it's like, oh, they're supposed to pay you and all that bullshit. Okay, I get that. I completely understand that. But when it comes down to it, a constant money's better than what, 5 more hours of fucking overtime. I could always get another paycheck. Finally posted something on fucking Facebook about me lifting weights and shit. I'm gonna like posting anything because I really don't give a fuck, but sometimes it's good to post certain things. But yeah. I mean, this woman cannot keep up with simple things.
Energize that.
And I get what people are saying. Like, I was having a good conversation with her about stuff and that.
He said to close. You're dead. It's got me. Yeah, I'm in the zone, people. Did I? Flashbound. See it?
I don't hate running this damn thing. I think it's so bad or low. Look at this remain queue. Like 2.5 fucking
I'm in the
seconds.
mood to buy today. Mrs. Foster presents her introduction.
You are the stragglers. I'll make sure the next round is a challenge.
Yep, that's a flash pound.
I'm going with that. Yeah, this gun's better when you have someone with you.
This one's tenacious.
Area is mostly secure. Not
Oh.
terrible.
But yeah, it's just trying to get everything organized with
And
work and
she's
that's
back.
kind of a pain, I guess. Yeah, fuck this gun. Wait. That's the only automatic gun. Go with the Hux gun. Yeah, go with the Hux gun. That should be good. But yeah, it's like it's a transportation issue, not so like she's having issues getting here, she's having issues, you know. She got to rely on everybody else. I say, well, that's the problem is you got to rely on everybody else to do your shit. That's that's the issue right there.
Oh, your beefcakes are all the same. Get ready to go.
Now I shall stop toying with you. Enough of this phase. Now you stop.
His clones are limited, just like my patience. Do not test me.
About this. About time I get do. Like do
Link and this stuff is out of date.
Big spender. Only you don't have to dodge.
Not my dragon gun. But yeah, we just need to get some more people that actually want to work. They want to make money. That's always been the biggest thing with people. That's like, you know, a lot of these kids are like, well, I don't want to make money. I was like, my parents give me everything. My parents give me $20 to go to this side. $20 ain't worth shit, bro. What the fuck is it? $20? You can make $20 in like 2 fucking hours of work, which is not a lot.
Cloaked Zeds nearby. Oh, I'm poisoned. There, might be bad. That one had no chance. Oh, it stings. It's got me.
Don't break your arm, patting yourself on the back.
That's what the problem is. Like,
Mrs. Foster presents her introductions.
It's like, well, I don't have to work for her, so you have to sit on your ass all damn day and do nothing. That's why schooling is important when it comes down to career building and understanding certain concepts of workplace and stuff like that.
Your remains mostly secure. This odds helping you somehow. Is this some sort of prank? You're not this good.
Did I pique your interest?
And like these kids just don't want to do anything. Like they don't want to do nothing. They will sit there on their phone all day, listening to other people getting successful. You know, every time you watch all these shorts and that, depending on what kind of shorts you watch, I watch a lot of educational, like, you know, Jesus shorts and all that crap and that. A lot of educational shorts. You know, love Jesus. Always. And,
Surprising.
when it gets to that point and that, like, you're like sitting there like, okay, like, I'm constantly educating myself. I listen to a carnivore doctor diet, guy that knows a lot about botany and that. Talk about how plants are slowly killing us, depending on what depending on what region you live in, depending on what you eat in that. Some people become full vegetarians, they do really good in that. Some people do really bad at it, depends on that. Like, I do good with carbs, fats, and proteins. I don't like eating vegetables at all. I take vitamins, I eat a lot of fucking meats, you know. You know, if I do eat any type of like thing, I'll eat like fruits and that. Maybe drink some orange juice or something like that. Especially orange juice, because orange juice has vitamin C and an A in it and stuff like that, and milk kind of has the same thing too. It's just like little things like that. So I listen to all those people and that, you know, they're very intelligent people and they give you actual.
Hard to see in here. Mrs. Foster presents. Mrs. Foster from range. I got grabbed. What's that? Mrs. Foster doesn't. There it is. Position.
I got my dog again. Voodoo, what's up? Just talking about. Well, people like to watch some shorts and that. And how I like to watch, you know, a lot of educational shorts and I learn about certain things. Man, these people watch some stupid ass fucking shit. It's so funny that like these zombie kids, these Gen Z and that, they're so zombified. They're making
Heal thyself.
everybody else fucking rich as fuck.
Such accuracy.
Besides themselves, like they don't care about money too much.
Pleased to make your back. You got schooled. Did I pique your interest?
You have to. They're fucking zombies.
Take notes,
Like
boys.
when we were in school, like you're close to my age. You know, back in early 2000s and shit, that when I was starting to do junior high school and high school and shit, things are a lot different though. Like teachers actually kind of care. They give you life lessons all the time, even though it's not part of their programming. Now it's like, you know, they can't teach outside of their programming a little bit to try to give you life lessons and that, which is actually a really good thing to do. And
Anyone
the
getting
whoop.
low?
I mean, they don't drink. They don't drink animal products, bro. They're all like, "Oh my god, my pussy hurts." Oh my god. My pussy hurts. Hold on, guys. Let me get my douche out of my ass. No, I don't know if it's that bad, but yeah. I know it's over. Yeah, like, I mean, I get that I was like that when I was younger, and that, you know, I didn't like listening to people and shit and all that crap too, but like, now I'm just like, dude, it's so easy just to listen to smarter people. No one wants to do research on their own or learn on their own. Having someone like give you the simple like knowing up front, you can still experience it, but as long as you like get the hint of it. Because I always tell you, no one doesn't listen. Like people like you listen to everything that you see or everything that you more or less likely senses, like smell, see, and all that stuff. You always listen. You always listen. Doesn't matter if you don't want to learn, you still listen to it. Your brain still collects it as information. It's just how important it is how you regurgitate it. And when you regurgitate something over and over and over again, that importance becomes more important. And all of a sudden it becomes your life. And then you start recognizing it. When you start recognizing something as deemed to be important, you start to use it. The more you use something, obviously, the better you get at it. And then you start to become more of a perfectionist with it. Then that becomes, you know, like a desire. You're like, wow, that's nice. I love doing this. It makes me happy. And that it becomes your own little, like, dopamine chamber. So every time you go to it, you always feel happiness. Like my happiness is talking. I love communicating with knowledge. You know, I love talking about people in general. It makes my dopamine get slightly higher, makes you feel better.
Mrs. Foster presents her introductions.
I mean, yes, there's other things I might do just as much. Could be other hobbies, like lifting weights doesn't. You know, I feel great when I'm lifting heavy weights and not lifting good weights. The form of progress is there. These younger people don't know that. They don't know progress. They just sit there all day and everything's done for me. What do you do with your... Wait, you got any plans in your life and they go do anything? I'm gonna watch shorts all day and listen to everybody else. I mean, they do have things. You know, some of them have small things they like to do, because everyone has to. It's just how life is. So, like, one of the kids that work here, he likes exploring haunted areas and shit.
Oh, Mrs. Foster, what a mess.
It's a thrill. He goes into abandoned areas that have been abandoned for like 50-something years and that. Or even abandoned for 15 years. I see the videos of him running through these inner city fucking places and that. Like there's a broken down mall that's abandoned. Since like 2009, you show me the videos of him running through and that. They got a bunch of satanic shit all over the place and that. And you know, it's like, wow, that shit's creepy as fuck.
You got school.
Amazing. But he's addicted to it. It's like he doesn't want to work for it. I said, why don't you work and have, like, you know, go through actual haunted things, like haunted asylums, or do some fucking ghost show or something like that, and actually go through with the ghost fucking, what's it called? EMP fucking talk or whatever the fuck it's, I can't remember what it's called. I had it in my head, just got farted out. And like, do that shit, you know? Start making videos and that, talk about your life and that, and then, you know, go exploring. I mean, people like a good story. That's what I just told them that. That doesn't mean you can't work this job. This job's easy. If you only work part-time, working 25 hours a week, or even 20 hours a week is not gonna fucking kill you. You need money to be able to get places. Like, you have to have money to get places. Can't sit there and think that someone's just gonna keep on, you know.
This little dog has some new tricks for you.
Because he has two really close friends and that. And like, they always talk to each other, they always converse with each other every damn day. It's a constant thing. They enjoy the same thing. I mean, I guess it's a beautiful thing, you know. No, I don't have friends like that, so I can't understand it at this time, but like when I did have friends, it was fun. We stuck into one of the abandoned school buildings that was abandoned for a time being. Had trip alarms, all that shit over the place and that. The alarms got alerted and the cops came. I remember skinning my fucking shin a little bit. Trying to jump out the fucking damn window. It was fun. No splatters. But now I don't do that because I know going to jail kind of sucks ass. I don't want to go to jail. I don't need any of that. Alright, nice.
Anyone getting
Like one of the kids is really fascinated with cars. It's the one that has a really hot fucking girlfriend. Like his girlfriend is not mean they're not dating because he's too scared to date her, but man, she's ferociously fucking sexy. And his dumbass has a limp dick. And I talked to him about it and that, you know, it's like, I understand you're young and that, but you're not that young. You're 18 years old and that you should be, if you have a really attractive looking woman that loves you for who you are and that, she doesn't care about your fucking look. She enjoys you. Go. Because eventually it's going to get broken. Eventually she's going to have this idea in her head and say like, well, he's not worth it. You know, it's like she'll eventually grow out of it and just look at you as a bitch boy. Take initiatives, you know. Well, it's not that. It's not what I mean by limp dick. It's a fear. It's like a nervousness. It's like you're scared to get a hard on in front of a girl. Women love that shit. When women feels a big stiff fucking dick rubbing on their ass and they like you, they want that shit.
That's a flashbound.
Yeah.
This one appears a wee bit vexed, Mrs. Foster. There, my pretty friend.
And like I explained to her, like, go see her and that. Go see her and that. Go grab her fat ass and that. She actually wants you to. She, like, wants it so bad. And I even talked to her about it and that, and she's just like, you know, oh, I'm gonna wait for him and all that. I said, fair warning, don't give him too long. Because if he's in this phase, hanging out with his boys and that, he's gonna use his friends are gonna overcompensate you. So... Trash, this boy was pussy crazy. You know, he be putting his dick in it right now.
If you want it.
He said, man, fuck you guys, I'm getting some pussy. He'd do it instantly. That's the problem. Little boys stay little boys for a while. He does little boy things. He has an active personality of, like, he fantasizes more than he does actual, like, realistic stuff. Realistic, you know, fantasies, I guess. He's a mental fantasist. What time is it? 9? Okay, I'm gonna go into the gym a little bit. And like, yeah, you don't have to worry about it all the damn time. Don't get me wrong, I mean, if a girl really likes you, she's constantly talking to you, that fucking take it out. I have this one girl that comes around. She comes around with her, I guess, her mom or her grandmother or something like that.
honest, that's fun.
And like, she's got a fucking huge rack. I seen it one day. She got huge titties. She's really pretty. She has that soft, like, tender, girly voice. And she always comes around. She always, like, gives me smiles and that. Oh, that's fucking every girl I get in contact with. Can't say it's just her, but, And, she's constantly slowly talking to me. And I know she's trying to get with me, because the way she's acting, that is definitely saying, like, oh man, you know, I want this man, blah, blah, blah. Because she's slowly, like, showing me how she, her lifestyle and that. She's telling me some things like that. But yeah. But that's what I tried to tell me. I was like, dude, if you don't want to worry about your, you know, you don't want to worry about your friends and all that shit and that, the biggest thing, that's the hardest thing to do as a man, is to fall in love. To accept love for what it is. That's the hardest part. Because most men, you know, when they want to accept it, we're not supposed to be emotional creatures constantly dramatizing or constantly, not dramatizing. Emoting all the damn time with every damn thing. We're more supposed to be more like survival instinct type stuff than that. We react based on what's our surroundings and that. But when you get these boys and that act like little children, they cry, they whine, they're like, instead of saying, yes sir, I'll do that sir, they're like, oh man, you could just do it. I hear that shit a lot, like, what the fuck are you working here for? Oh, I want money, I got stuff I gotta pay for. Well then work. But when you say work, they get offended. Like, oh my god, I can't believe you told me to do something. That means I gotta move around. They get super offended. It's like, all you gotta do is work. I said, hey, here's how it works. It's not about the fucking money. It's about the concept of being more valuable. Okay, so men have value, say, like women do to a certain extent, but women's value is putting all into looks and being lovely. Men can be lovely, yes, but we have different values. The more money a man has, it's more survivability, which means he can get more pussy. He's more valuable. Now, we're not talking about Andrew Tate's fucking gay ass. I don't care about Andrew Tate. He says good things, but dude is a fucking moron. He just talks out his ass. Giving him the, what does he give himself? He says he's the ultimate G or whatever the fuck kind of fucking garbage shit he wants to spout out of his fucking mouth. I'm the ultimate G. After using hundreds of women for your fucking ultimate G fucking strategy. Even though it was illegal, but still. You never, like, I don't even know if the boy ever had a real fucking job in his life. I don't know Andrew Tate's backstory. All I know is he was a fucking kickboxer. Okay, where'd that come from? You know, like, what was your lifestyle like? You want to say that you live poor and that you did the whole comeuppings and shit like that? Like, dude, I get it. People always say that. It's like, oh, these people become billionaires out of nowhere. You don't become a billionaire out of fucking nowhere. It doesn't work like that. Look at Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast is 23 years old now. Dude's a multi-billion-dollar person. For what? You haven't worked a normal job in your fucking life. In your life. You start off at 13 years old doing shit in that. You never worked an actual job, and you get all these benefits. And like, I was listening to Don Jr. about it, because it was Don Jr. talking to Ben Johnson or whatever. It's on YouTube and that. And he's like, he said specifically, he's like, yes, my father's a multi-billion-dollar person in that. But I can't see how bad it is for people that barely make 50, 60,000 a year. You know, never have this money and that they need to supply for their children. That like it's fucking ridiculous. And he was talking about Joe Biden having dementia and shit. Well, of course, Joe Biden's fucking dementia. He's a fucking moron. And like he was actually throwing it out there, like no one's born in. People that are not born into money, most likely to be able to get that money is very difficult. Nowadays, maybe not so much. But yeah, back then you had to know people to make that kind of money. You had to be smart enough to make that money in that. Nowadays, you can flop your dick out on OnlyFans and probably make a couple $100 every day. Because someone's out there trying to get your attention. Just me, once I get in better shape, which is happening now, once I get down to 10% body fat, my channel's going to boom. I'm a whole bunch of gay boys on here, a whole bunch of fucking women that want to molest me and shit. I already know. I have to have Voodoo get out his virtual fucking nail bends, fucking whacking these motherfuckers, you know, in the head and that, try to beat them off me and shit. Yeah, eventually it's going to happen like that. Give him a no dick grab policy. Because fucking fanboy was talking about some stuff and I was saying, he's like, oh, why don't you do some gym shorts and that? I'm like, okay, I don't mind doing like, I mean, I have to go on there and try to do some stuff and then on my phone and that. I don't know how to do particularly how to do it, but and then he slipped it out. He's like, why don't you do stuff in the shower? I'm like, dude, stop being gay as fuck, bro. Like instantly these younger people from, 18 that they're all massive fucking perverts. They're all perverts. All these women want to get all this dick and all these guys, gay or not, want to get dick or want to get a lot of fucking pussy. Every single time they see a fucking tit or see a good looking fucking man, it's instant like, oh my God, you have to fuck me. It's like, bitch. Gay bitch, stop. No one cares. If all you can concentrate on is how much sexual entertainment you can get a fucking life. Go out there and get a job. You'd be surprised how many people you might meet. Be part of your society. If you're part of your society, you get to know people, guess what? You grow. There's always someone out there that's going to tell you what. Grow up. I see her all the time when I was younger, that grow up, get a job. They're not trying to say that to be mean. They're trying to say that because value comes with hard work. Men don't get bigger, sexier muscles without lifting weights. You'll get those skinny, scrawny boys, that they just don't eat. Yeah. And, later on in life, they can't even get a damn boner because their nutrient value is so damn low. They can't even fucking get it up. But they always get upset when they see burly men like me, don't even do anything. That's the problem. Learn from older people that are going through it or more or less like they are starting to understand it more and start to actually use it in their life. I'll tell you what, go to the gym, eat fucking protein, eat a shit ton of fat, not enough fat to fucking kill you, evidently. Keep your carbs on, eat more fat. That's what I'm doing. And look at it. I'm getting pretty fucking jacked. I mean, yeah, I'm on pre-workout and I'm a little pumped up and that. Yeah. Like, that's all I eat all day. I just had a big old fucking meal of egg, sausage, and some yum-yum sauce. Some Chinese sauce. It's like a little bit sweet. A little tangy. I'm about ready to hit fucking back today. And destroy it. I get all kinds of fucking attractive women that want this D. But I don't give it to them. I don't care. Let them get mad. Let them fucking chase me. Let them get upset when they see me in the gym walking around. Shit, that one black girl didn't even fucking call my ass. And she came by today too, or came by yesterday. She sat there and looked at me and like, that was it. She didn't even say hi to me and that. She was so fucking scared to talk to my ass. I'm like, why? I'm like, why are you so scared? I mean, yeah, you got a hairy ass stomach in that a little bit, you know, a little gross, but you know, I can't expect perfection from everybody. No, you've been living in the woods a little too long. You gotta start fucking treating yourself like a woman again.
You got gold. Zed. You're dead. Feeling a little burnt by me. You got gold.
Buy things. Not that it will matter. You'll still die.
No, so she came by and that, she was staring at me, and that was it. And she didn't want to fucking talk to me now. I'm like, yeah, fuck this shit.
Survive.
And I'm gonna tell her, it's like, if you don't want to talk to me, why waste your fucking time giving all the looks and all that bullshit and that? It's like, you're wasting my fucking time. I put a little bit of emotions on that because I did like her and that. After that, I said, fuck this shit. Blah, blah. I kept pushing away. I kept telling her, you're fucking playing around with me too much. Stop fucking doing this bullshit. No, she's looking for a dick to sit on. That's all she is. She doesn't want a relationship. She's looking for a guy to bend her big fat brown ass over and fuck the shit out of her. That's all this woman's looking for. But she can't have the heart to tell me this because she knows that I want something more than just getting fucking laid.
Mrs. Foster from range.
Once again, no morals. All I want to do is get laid.
Mummy loves money. This one's tenacious.
And,
Mrs. Foster from range.
you know, they're scared to fling it out there because I told her up front when I first talked to her, don't send me any nudie pictures and all that bullshit and that, you know.
Zed.
Because the first thing on her mind is to bend over and show off her little titties and shit and try to get me all aroused and that so she can have sex with me. And it's like, that's fucking pointless.
Mrs. Foster doesn't miss those. Apparently served.
And I was right. That's what she wanted to do.
I'll be honest, that's fun. There, my pretty bird.
Fucking stupid.
You got school. You're dead.
And it's sad when men have to not be the pervert. That's what's fucked up about it.
Oh, you missed me.
Bah.
Did I pique your interest?
That's basically what it is. It's sad when men don't have to be perverts anymore. Women are fucking way more perverted than most men are.
Cloning vet. He'll be back soon.
That's kind of funny.
I'm right.
I think about that
We're
now.
getting low.
Everywhere I go, it's nothing but ass in my face, 24/7, constantly showing off butt crack and that, like full on the tightest fucking things they can wear. It sucks into their fucking asshole, and you see nothing but booty crack and that all day long. And you wonder why men are starting to fucking get unsensitized by sexual nature. And then some women with massive, so-called massive value want to throw down and treat unvalued men, so to say, that they don't know, that are valued or not. They just assume because it looks. They start treating men like shit, and they stay single forever. Because very valuable men don't go out with unvalued chicks like that. That's all they think about is looks and that 24/7.
You got school.
Don't get too comfy. I've got more sandwiches waiting.
Foster, what? There, my pretty bird.
None of this ad's made it in. Surprising. What a cookie.
That's what I've been noticing more and more. Same bullshit. Women complain about they can't get sexualized enough to make money. Then they complain about, oh, I can't find me a good man because I'm overly sexualized with all I find is a bunch of simps that want to jack off to me. Oh, really? Oh, my God, who would have known that?
Who wants to get?
I thought that was anything but love.
You know, it's like, looking at guys like Andrew Tate as a way to follow is retarded because that's the worst person to follow. Why? Because it's a stupid fucking narrative. I'm top G. It's like, dude, no one fucking cares. You're plastered all over the internet making easy ass money off of fucking people listening to your dumb ass with a cigar in your mouth and talking about on this, on that, and that. And then bodybuilders or other people critique you as not being that fucking strong of a man. I've seen his fucking things and I see him as a normal person. And like, he's not that big of a dude, but when you see him like do his boxing and all shit and that, they blow up his muscles like 10 times bigger than what they're supposed to be. Cause the dude always has his fucking shirt, like, he always has like a clean, like small cut shirt on. He's not that big of a dude. And when you see him in pictures, he photoshops the fuck out of his pictures. So I've seen it so many times. Like I've seen him just lifting weights with live, like, he's a decent sized dude. And all of a sudden you see him in pictures. Holy shit, dude. He's got like gigantic fucking delts. Like he bench pressed 400 pounds. I bench pressed 300 pounds and I'm not that big of a fucking dude. I'm rather good size. I bench press over 300 pounds. Like, it's ridiculous how these people always do that shit. Man. To be able to get up to that range of over 200 pounds of weight, most people can't. They just can't. Like, it's nearly impossible because it takes a lot of work and you have to have the genetics and the right nutrition to be able to get to that possibility. The thing is, like, I don't take any other supplements other than pre-workout. I got my creatine, stuff like that. I don't take any other crap anymore than that. I just don't take it. I don't take ashwagandha. I don't take fucking Acti Builder and stuff like that. I don't take any of that stuff. I just lift. Like, you see all these guys on the internet and that all these fucking people and that, like, Sem Sulik, whatever the fuck his name is, dude's 100% on gear. You know, this dude lifts so damn much and that, but, like, it's fucking ridiculous that, you know, is he really that strong? I mean, to an average person, yeah, but someone that's actually getting stronger? Fuck no, he's not. But people want to praise these people because they're on steroids. That's like, only if you can take the easy way out. I was gonna say, take the easy way out. Take the easy way out. Yeah, I got a bunch of people. I love these people that fucking like that. Like, you know. That's what makes it really funny though. Like every time someone sees progress, no one actually likes to initiate like, wow, that's good. You know, some people do that, but most of the time it's always people that are like weak minded in that. So I posted a Facebook thing showing that I was doing 160 on the chest, the dual chest press machine. It's an interval machine. It has two different pulleys, and that one pulley pulls up, the weight halfway, and then the other pulley pulls up the same weight the other half. So I did 320 on it like 1.5 times, and like instead of saying, wow, great progress in that, all these people are like, then they're people that I know and that they're all, saying, oh, that's lightweight. They always want to go, oh, that's light, that's not heavy, and that, and like having mocking fun with me and that. I'm just sitting there like, I notice that a lot with people. Like, instead of being congratulated, like, wow, that's fucking great, man, that's a lot of weight. It's always like, haha, you can't, I'm not saying I couldn't do it, because it's just like the mocking bullshit. I'm like, dude, what the fuck's wrong with people? It's like, I get that. I get it a lot. Okay, cool beans, don't give a fuck. It's like trying to be a more progressed human being seems to be very difficult nowadays, unless you're just part of a group. So it's like, awesome, awesome, awesome. You're doing good, you're doing good. It's never like that up front with a lot of people now. It just shows that when you do things by yourself, it's a lot different. Wipe them out, baby.
I checked it twice.
I love this fast shooting. Yeah, he gets 20% more speed on this shooting. Fucking amazing.
You missed the old Santa?
Wrap up.
You got lucky. You're not
And the funny thing is, like, the person the two people are saying this, one's married with a kid, and the other one makes like fucking gargantuan. She has way more money than I do. But this is always the problem. There's always something. One's a woman that's talking. She has a crush on me. She really does like me in that, and seeing my progress is probably a turn on for her. Another is just a dude that's just really. I've known him for like 8 years now. He's played a lot of Xbox now. He took the road of getting married and having kids. I'm like, he always wants to be strong in that.
Here are chestnuts. I got chimneys.
The resupply pod is open.
It's always been that way. Like, this is where jealousy comes in so much, and people just fucking just like loathe it. They loathe progress with, people that they deem better than them.
Someone just left this weapon where children could find it. Do you hear what I hear? A siren.
Not terrible, but that's just the warm-up.
No, nothing escapes me. I can smell it. I'm all give.
I didn't expect you to make it through that wave.
Sweet Christmas.
That's him. No, I want to turn my damn gun down.
Chestnuts.
God, I want to turn my damn gun down.
Evil is afoot.
There's more ammo.
Just head to the pod. You got lucky. Keep the Zeds out of that area.
But yeah, it's always been like that. At least for me, at least for what I've noticed.
Something tipped. I see you. And I did it all in one night.
This area remains mostly secure. Is Hans helping you somehow? Is this some sort of prank? You're not this good.
You shan't forget anyone.
If I thought that was anything but luck, I would be impressed. Area remains secure.
But just like imagine the psychological toughness that you have to go through just because you might be a slightly above average person, say with like looks for instance. It's always with looks anyway. It's not worth anything else. People always go through the whole look thing that.
Armor.
I think I got a lot. Okay. I think we'll start getting ready for the gym and shit. Oh man. But yeah, that's why it's good to stick together with positive people, not like people that are just negative altogether. They always have a negative intention on their life. It's just best not just stay away from them. That's the reason why I don't have some of my friends and that, like the one guy I was talking about, his name's Space Ninja, because he always despised me because the way he talked about me and that being stronger than him, more attractive, whatever it is, and it always comes down to that. And I don't think that's really a good friend. That's why I try to talk to these kids and that right now. I say a really good friend respects your will to live. It respects you, what you want to do. When the selfishness starts kicking in and people start wanting to do what they want to do and then say, well, you got to sacrifice for me. That means they're selfish. You should be friends with them. A lot of people out there are very selfish. So I lost all my actual friends and that I used to hang around with in my neighborhood just because of that. A lot of it was because of my own personal selfishness. That's why I do what I do now. And it's like a payback. To be able to go through this stuff and then, like, kind of return the favor to yourself, kind of thing. Comes a little bit lonely after a while. But after that, if everyone could put their negativity to the side and just work with being positive, the world would be way better of a place. Like to have actual progress. Like does anyone know they have like a neighborhood, like pure person that's what's massively pure in that. They're very positive in that. They're always getting mocked. Jesus Christ said that specifically. He says people that are good, that do good stuff, people that, follow the rules get massively successful for the most part in various ways. People that don't want to follow the laws and the rules that were given to us seem to not be as successful, and they seem to be more. Of course, you could do criminal acts to make money. Money's not success. Success is the well-being of yourself and others around you. Anyone can make millions of fucking dollars if they put their head to it and constantly work on it. Of course. They fucking all can. But the biggest thing is, you yourself, how good are you? What are the things that you do that push yourself? Hey. There you go. Thank you. And that's what it normally is. So it's like putting yourself on the, sidelines, looking at yourself, so to speak. A mirror is not meant for just to check your pimples out. A mirror is a reflection of who you are. When you look at yourself, you can see your own vibes. You can feel yourself. You're like, man, I feel like shit today. Yeah. That's what mirrors are so good. It's a reflection of who you are. So when you look in that mirror, you're all like, wow, look at me, look at my progress in that. I look at myself right now, look how jacked I look. I see big ass muscles everywhere. It's a progress. Now, if you look in the mirror and say, man, I don't see any progress, that's a reflection of who you are. And that's, one of the things that people need to look at, that's what people, look in a mirror and that, it always shows who they are. So if you have really shitty ass intentions, you're like, say, like selfish and that, you look in the mirror. The mirror shows you who you are. And you're going to relate to it right away. Now, how valuable you might be, depending on what you do. Okay. So it's always a money effort, like becoming the multi-million-dollar person. That how'd you get that? Anyone that has that much money, so to speak, has a huge chance of what? Been stealing from people or overly charging people because of greediness. It's that undercharging, so to speak. So like if I made a restaurant and all the restaurants are saying all meals have to be decent meals have to be $13, $14. If I undercut it, say it's $10, $3 of savings for the person, I'll get more and I'll run out of stock faster. So then it'll be more, the food will taste better. That's kind of funny. The food will actually taste better because it's cheaper. People say, why is it so cheap? Is it cheap grain beef fat? It's like, no, people mark it up to a certain value and they mimic all the values. Someone sets the price and everyone mimics that price. Like McDonald's made a fuck up. And they put in all new, they remodeled the McDonald's down the street for them. But they knocked their price down by 50% for like a week. And they didn't know they did it. The double quarter pounder was like $3.60. It used to be $7. They knocked it down back to what it was in 2000 or 98 or something like that. It was tremendously funny because they knocked back down. They saw their value drop by half. But the funny thing is, it sounds like someone did it on purpose to show that they could still make money off of that old price menu from fucking back 20-something years ago. Like, no, bring it back up to the market value. Exactly. That's what it is. Like, everyone could drop their prices by 50% and still make money. Oh, my ears are ringing. Spiritual awareness today. That's how it always will be. They all know that. Everyone that's in the marketing or has a business and that, they all know the strategies of how shit works. But what if people weren't so selfish and so greedy? And greedy has a lot of different complexities to it. Greediness is not just saying I have money. Wealthiness is good. You want to be wealthy. That means you probably worked hard to make your money that, and you're probably smart enough to budget. Normally it's a budget. You just don't buy a lot of shit. That's how wealthiness becomes something. So I'll say like my mindset, I don't buy a lot of shit. I buy nickel dime stuff. Most of it's just food and pre-workout and stuff like that. But once I get this raise, which hopefully will be happening next month, I'm gonna be making 100, like $640 more a month. Come on, look at that puppy. Gotta run the mama. So like my paychecks are gonna be $320 more. Of course, you got minus tax, which is like say 40. Fuck taxes. So it'd be $280 more than now. So say on average, I'll be making close to $1,200 to $1,300 without working overtime. Like right now, to be able to get that much money, I would have to work overtime. 20 hours of overtime to even reach 1,200. Now I don't. So I'm doing the same work and making the same money. So if I do work overtime, it's gonna be a progress. $1,200 of fucking paycheck is a lot for me because I don't spend a lot. That's gonna be for retirement. It's gonna be for say certain things I want to get later on in life and that, which is not a lot. Like I want to buy a gun. I want to get a gun, start target shooting and shit. Get my license to carry and that. And stuff like that. That means I can't buy earrings and necklaces and buy fancy cars and that and all this stuff and that without actually having the luxury to be able to do it. Anyone that sits there and buys a really luxury car that's fucking like semi broke or that works their asses off, like one of the guys I work with and that he does that kind of stuff. He's constantly in debt. He's like, but I have it. But what does that do for you? He's like, I just like, so you wanted something because you want it to be more value. You want it to be more valuable. You yourself want more value. You don't need it. You want it. So if you want something and it's a materialistic want, that means that you yourself you have issues that you need help with. The need and want factors matter a lot. These words mean two different things. A want is trying to like cover up for your own needs. To say I want more than everything else. I want this, I want that, I want this. And like you don't need that to survive, which hints that you're weak. I don't need pre-workout. I want pre-workout because it makes my muscles grow slightly easier. I need protein. I need to eat. How much? How much I eat eventually becomes a want. That's why it's called a diet. I only need so many calories a day to eat. I only need so many vitamins a day to be able to, restore myself. I only need so much water a day without being bloated out, pissing myself all the time. I want protein shakes. Don't need it. I want it. It could be a need. See how it works? It always works like that. I got amino stuff in that. Just in case I need to have a little bit more, aminos in my body now so I can grow a little bit more. That can be a need. If I'm hungry, I can drink that and I won't be so fucking hungry. That's how it always works. But that's what I'm trying to teach these young men in that. And this other guy is younger than me in that. He busts his ass all the time. And I'm trying to change his stuff over in that. Like, you should have bought, he bought a really luxury car and all that stuff and that. I'm like, okay. It's like, why would you spend that much money on that? He's like, well, I like luxury. I'm like, this is your first luxury car. I'm like, what does the luxury have to do with you? To pretend or to think that you're more valuable. But what would make you to be more valuable is not the fucking car. This has to do with sexualizing of women. As in, like, trying to get a woman, trying to get a girlfriend. That's the point of it. So, I'm trying to say, go to the gym, get your anxiety and get your depression under control. Eliminate it. Find ways to eliminate that naturally without drinking or smoking. That's number one. So learn how to conversate. Number one thing that most men have a hard time doing, they listen to other idiotic men. They listen to men, they have these pickup lines. There is no such thing as a pickup line. It's a fucking farce. Either you got it or you don't got it. I don't give a fuck how good you are at picking up girls. You're going to pick up a woman that's probably super fucking desperate. I don't give a fuck how hot she is. A hot girl can think they're fucking ugly. That's why they put makeup on. Yes, that's how it works. That's why they do filters. Because they don't think they're good looking. They have to have this expectation of marketing. They have to market themselves to the marketing point that they think that's market. Get a fat ass, get injected boobs and that, get super fucking skinny and that, and kick on 5,000 pounds of makeup. But when that don't do that, and they still look good, they always looked good. The ones that don't think that, because they don't want that, they know what they need. They need to be beautiful. For that, they are beautiful. They don't want to be more beautiful. They're like, too much. And they get the best valued men. They get men like me. Very valuable men. They're starting to move up in life. It's not that I have $1 million and all that. People always want to throw that. You can have all the money in the world, but you're still weaker than me because I have more value than you through a lot of other things. And same thing with other guys in that. This is how it's always been working forever. So I always see royalty always have money. Why? Because they have enormous amount of values, not just with money, with education, with mannerisms, with communications, with strength. They have the best nutrition values. They stay on top because they are on top. Every once in a while you'll have a fucking every once in a while you'll have a freaking what's a crackhead's name? Freaking Joe Biden's son. Every once in a while you'll have one of them. If you ever watched The Beekeeper, the crackhead vice president or the president's son, every once in a while you will have that. Because they have no honor in their life. They got everything so easily going. And you have like that with children today. They refuse to take anything seriously. And then when something gets tough, because they have imagination. So I only talk about people that I coexist with. I see at work and that, or maybe talk to in public and that. This is where I get the most of my research from. So one of the kids, he thinks that he's tough. He thinks that he's strong, but he's actually not strong. He's actually rather weak. He thinks that he's a good fighter and that he never fought anyone in real life. I don't think he ever got his ass kicked. I tried to explain to him because we were talking about that. He mentioned he always mentions all these things, and I catch him in like his bullshit, friendly bullshit, just a conversation. And I say to him, he said to me, he's like, just because you're big doesn't mean you know how to fight. I'm like, what the fuck does that big mean know how to fight? Someone that is bigger than you most less likely knows how to fight, because to be able to get that big, you have to do things that are fighting abilities. Push and pull, that's punching. You automatically got that. When you push and pull, it's like a fucking punch. And of course, there's a little bit more to do with it, because you have explosiveness. But if someone can take 300 to 400 pounds and explosively throw it upwards and do it with good, precise form, that means that when he punches you, that force is going to be in your fucking face. So if you can only push, say, barely 200, someone can push over 300 pounds, and you can just push it out there like fucking, threw a lot of power into it, that means that fist is going to be a lot stronger than your fist. Fighting with a lot of technique in that. They always say it is. When you face someone that's overcompensatingly stronger than you, it's going to be a lot more difficult. Because that strength leads to toughness. And they're harder to knock out. That's why most big guys are really strong in that they don't get in fights. Because that strength is too much. Average human being can barely bench 200 fucking pounds. More than once, maybe. Because most men are fucking weak as shit. 90% men are weak men. Even if they do, say, lift weights when they're younger and not doing push-ups and shit, they don't do it for the strength. They do it for the physique. Okay. They do it for the look. That's what they always do. They do it for the look. I don't give a fuck with the look. It's gonna happen no matter what. Man, it's almost time to go. Time is it? Almost 10. Yeah. I gotta get going here in a little, couple minutes. But yeah, that's what it's all about. That's why we really have to think about it, you know. And like when you see most people that drink and smoke and that, their lives are not good. They use things to disturb their life. They'll be like, well, I drink because I gotta deal with stress all the time. Like, Jesus Christ, please help these people. No, you drink because you're a fucking pussy that can't deal with stress. You are afraid to deal with stress. Stressing is a way of learning. When you learn how to deal with stress, so to speak, your mind grows from that and you don't deal with it. You stop caring about it. You stop caring about something, your body goes back to normal. Your hormones, all your cortisones, everything goes back to normal. Because it means you learn how to deal with it. Drinking doesn't make you learn. It makes it worse because then you still have the same anxieties, you still have the same depression because you haven't learned or grown because you refuse to do it. Alcohol is my best friend. Learning's your best friend. You learn how to deal with fucking life. You won't have to smoke all this fucking weed or drink all this fucking booze. It's pretty simple. And I just farted. Amazing. There it goes. So you see all these people sipping on cocktails and that and smoking cigars and that. They don't do it because they're stressed out half the time. They do it because they have nothing else to do. That's like me in that. When my strength gets higher, when I start bench pressing over 400 pounds and that, it's going to be a huge detrimental thing on everybody around me. Everyone's going to be like, holy crap, look how strong he is. And then they're going to start valuing me. They're going to start looking at me, well, you just work at a car wash, so why does it matter? Yeah, I'd be like, oh, I'm just more valuable to you because I can lift more than you. I'm smarter than you. I get hotter chicks than you. So you want to add up, oh, I make more money than you. Okay, you got one value out of 10 valuable things and a man. I will clap my hand at you because I don't give a fuck. Trust me, it happens a lot. Especially with men or women with bigger breasts. Girls with smaller boobs fucking hate women with bigger breasts. Always. Like, you got big tits and that. You're probably a whore and all that stuff and that. And then they're the whore. That small titty girl's flat out fucking slut. Probably gets rammed in on OnlyFans shit all day long and then says, I'm not a whore. Pussy lips like gaping with fucking that freaking the abyss hole. It's all flopping and shit when she walks. You hear, and the guys know what that you got a flopping pussy. You're a whore. It doesn't get that loose unless you get a lot of dick in you. But then again, that girl with the big breast couldn't be a whore at all. She probably never had sex once. That's the biggest thing. We should identify through that. You know, first thing most girls tell me, I'm a whore. Really? Well, why not? You're pretty. You think I'm pretty. It doesn't mean everyone else thinks I'm pretty, man. It doesn't mean that I don't give in. Looks don't give in. Looks are looks. My eye sees something I like from bone structure to structure. It doesn't matter. Just because I have pretty eyes or a face structure or a build that you crave as a woman, that you want to sexualize, doesn't mean that I'm just going to be like bending over chicks left and right. You're delusional. These women are delusional to think that stuff because that's what they want. So they think every other girl wants it, and they think that I'm just sitting there, you know, keen, big cock and balls, and just sitting there and just having 30 girls line up and just fucking them all and like demand myself top G like Andrew Tate. I don't give a fuck? Fuck that shit. Who wants to brag about fucking banging chicks? Who cares? Do whatever you want to do. Get a bunch of syphilis in that. Get a bunch of swabs in your dick and that. Get out the syphilis in your cock. Get the fuck out of here. Exactly my point. It's fucking stupid. And people always want to talk, always want to go through that stuff. It's nothing but fame and money. And as a normal person in society, that we can't think that high stature. There's a lot of sacrifices. There's a lot of soul dealing. You know, a lot of people give their souls up for barely a fucking 50 years of fame. And when they give it up for fame, at the end of their days, they're like, man, I think I had a good life, but I still feel empty. King Solomon said that. David's son, King Solomon, said that, and it was in Genesis, and that I think it was in Genesis for one of the things that actually no, it was in his what he was saying about money and fame and that. God gave King Solomon everything, all the money in the world. It was worth like $400 trillion in our time. He had like 1,000 concubines. The dude was getting laid left and right. But you know what happened? He spoke to God. He says, I don't feel anything anymore. Money is not worth it because I have too much of it. Women aren't worth it because I have too much of it. It's not worth it. I still need someone. I still have emptiness. The whole point of it, God was showing him, you need me. Now it's Jesus Christ. You need Jesus Christ. It's not a want. You need to have grace. You need to have that fulfillment. That's why all these people do everything. And they constantly use the nectar of the devil and saying all the weeds and all that stuff and that to try to fill what they need of God, and they try to go against it. God always has an open hand. Christ always has an open hand. I don't care what religion you are. Jesus always has an open hand to everybody because that is love. Love is everything. And love can always overconquer evil because love is the ultimate goal for everybody. Everyone wants to be, Lucifer wants to be loved by God, but he can't because he lives an eternity of suffering because of his mistake that he made when he fell from heaven. Humans got the easy way out. We always keep choosing over and over again the same bullshit. We get scared of these words. Jesus Christ. We get scared of it. Everyone knows that name in their soul and in their spirit and in their heart. They know that name means purity and love. They're scared of it. They want to suffer. You're like, oh, my pussy tiny now. I'm a big pussy now. I always want to suffer. Why do they want to suffer? Because they're afraid. They're afraid of that. They're afraid of not suffering. They want to suffer. They want to dramatize life and complain about their negativities, not 24/7. Sometimes dramatizing a little bit is good. You got to communicate. But when you're driving that forward and that, constantly doing it, you never pray. We stopped praying. Now we're praying even more because we know that Satan exists. It's out there all over the place. That's why I keep mocking Taylor Swift. These fucking dumbass older women, butterfaced women are sitting there. Taylor Swift's the best thing I really got. Taylor Swift is a fucking Satanist whore. She's a succubus whore. And women relate to that. Then you are the same. Hence why you can never find a man, because you're not looking for a man. You're looking for someone to bang you. Because there's one girl I talked to, and that she's divorced, fucking 49, 50 years old. So I talked about that, and she said, Taylor Swift's a good role model. I'm like, how's Taylor Swift a good role model? She's a fucking whore. She's been with like 50 dudes. Well, that doesn't mean she's not a good role model. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. You're not supposed to be like that as a woman. And she couldn't comprehend that because she's so demented, which is demonic, that she can't comprehend that you should not be like that. You're an old ass hag that has gray hair. She's like, oh, get my hair dyed and that. It doesn't make you any older or younger. You can plaster all that shit on your face. It doesn't make you any younger, woman. Because your mind is still a fucking idiot. And the one thing I said to her, like, maybe because you date a lot of red flags, she got really quiet because she knew exactly what I was talking. As soon as I said that, she's like, huh? She got really quiet in that. Because she was trying to pick me up. That's basically what it was. She was looking at me in that. She was trying to, like, do a flirtatious thing. And then I'm like, I don't need you. I got me Jesus. You're nothing. You're a demonic whore that walks around and pretends that she's lovely and that. You're a fucking psychotic fucking bitch. You already been divorced. And you're sitting there, your dumb ass can't even pay for a real wash. You only came around because it's $5 for this month. Ridiculous. This shows what value that you have as a woman is nothing. Your value's gone. But you'll still try. You'll try and try to. You already were married. You already had a couple kids. But you listen to Taylor Swift, and Taylor Swift's telling you to be a whore. And that's why you're a whore. You idolize a fucking Satanist fucking succubus. And you are exactly what you deserve. But you won't repent. You won't ask for forgiveness. People that dodge evil are truly dumb fuck evil. People dodge sin, say, you know, don't Taylor Swift or Beyonce, they're all fucking whores. They've been with so many fucking people in that, and they say, well, that's okay because this and no. And they call them goddesses. Jesus said in John, there's going to be people that are going to be idolized over me. Just give you the fair warning, it's going to happen. It is happening. So if someone back 2,000 years ago is prophesying what's happening today, you better start getting down on your knees and praying for forgiveness because this shit's real. People don't think that's real. The devil always say, he doesn't want you to notice that he's real, but he's always there. He doesn't want you to notice. He hides in plain sight. He doesn't want you to notice that Jesus is real or God that is real. He wants you to pin it all down and say, shh, he doesn't exist. Jesus said that. In the Bible, that a lot of people like to say, well, it's just a fairy tale. Okay. If it's such a fairy tale, then why is everything coming true with the prophets that are talking about stuff back then? It's all coming true. Now, where are we at in the biblical calendar? We're probably on the way of getting our 10 years of peace before Judgment Day. I ain't gonna lie. It's probably gonna happen. And, you know, when I'm in my 50s and that, you know, maybe 60s and that, whenever it does happen that, there's a huge chance, you know, that we're gonna be judged. And the people that believe in Christ, people that don't believe in Christ, you know, he never said being a good person isn't good enough, because it's not. To believe in me. The whole point of it. We sin for so long that God literally wants he wants to persecute us. But his son, Jesus, gave us another chance to be redeemed in his Father's glory. We have to be the luckiest of luckiest to have someone say, you are forgiven for being a fucking idiot. And people still don't understand it. They still don't get it. They're like, what? Throw all these other religions and that. Been prophesied by Christ. Say, watch out for antichrists, ones that don't believe in me being the Son of God. All the time. You got a whole bunch of them. Hindus, Judaism, Muslims, Buddhas. All these people are just trying to destroy what God has gave us. People say, well, no. They always say all this bullshit. It's like, you never read your damn Quran at all. Like, the Muslims talk about the Quran, that they'd never actually read them. And there's actually people that knew the Quran and know the holy book. And they go through each text. And they said, this is what he's actually saying. And people deny it. They would say, oh, Allah's the one true God. But there's a passage in the Quran that says, Allah has to wait for the Lord to get instructions. So Allah evidently is not God. Allah means God to a certain extent, but when he has to wait for instructions from someone else higher up than him, that means he's not the one and true God. I've seen these things over and over and over again. There's one guy I listen to. He knows Arabic and stuff. I guess he used to be Muslim. That he actually went through it. He goes all the time, goes through that. He's like telling people the truth, and people actually go to Jesus, and they feel so much better than that. He's like, you're being lied to because you can't even read what is actually given to you. You deny what is the word. Means you have pride. Pride is the double sin. Lucifer, why he got tormented and why he got burned into hell is because of pride. Come on, use your brains. Pride is what gets you into trouble half the time because you refuse to think that you're a sinner. You refuse to think that you can't learn. Only Jesus is the most perfect person, period, in the world in our whole entire history. Because he wasn't mortal. He was God in mortal form. A lot of people say, of course, the Muslim people say, well, why would God have to be, well, how can God be mortal? I'm like, what? Because he made mortals. You fucking morons. Really? It's like, would you ever think before you talk? It's like, That makes no sense. Well, our scripture, yeah, your scripture is full of crap because it is corrupt. It says it's corrupt. It's always saying it's corrupt, and you don't want to read that part because there's this one short guy in that. It's a little 3 minutes short or not, a couple minutes short. And he's talking to a guy that studied the Quran and the Holy Bible. And a reporter said it says, well, Quran says it is the word of God, and he's like, no, it's not. He's like, well, yes, it is. And he's like, no, it's not. Let me prove it to you. And in the Quran, listen, get fucking preached. In the Quran, it says the old writings of God's word is true. It says it in there. It says it in there. And he says that the Quran says the Holy Bible is true. If the Holy Bible is true, then the Quran has to be false. And the guy got really quiet. They're like, huh? And they all looked it up and read it. And they're like, oh, wow, Jesus time. Exactly the point. It says it in there. People want to deny it. Now, when I talk to really heavy Muslims, that they will never. They're in a cult. They will never. And I have Muslims that change over to Christianity, change over to Jesus, and they will never. He's like, we cannot. By death, this is funny. That's death. The Muslims are death cults. By death, you cannot say that's the Son of God. Well, wait a minute. Jesus never said anything about killing anyone to follow him. He's the one that died for us. So why how that would not be true? The ultimate sacrifice is sacrifice itself for the greater good. God said that, I think, in the Old Testament and in the New Testament. The ultimate sacrifice. Saving someone, throwing your life in front of someone else's to save them, grants you to be in heaven because Jesus is the one that sacrificed for us. Muhammad didn't sacrifice nothing. He killed people. All the little goons that he had, that whatever it is, they didn't sacrifice nothing. They sacrificed other people for their own good. That's how you get the Taliban bombings. And they don't want to relate themselves to Muslims? Well, that's what it says in your book, though. Kill the infidel. Oh, wait a minute. Anything with killing is not part of Christ. Christ never said about killing anybody. Anybody. No one. Never. Ever. They say, well, the Old Testament didn't tell anything about killing. It was getting rid of the Satan spawn, which were the Nephilims. And all the Crusades and that, which were fucking lied to by our historian dumb fucks. The Crusades were actually to get rid of the Nephilim. To kill off the rest of the Nephilim after the flood. And yes, they did fight, the Muslims and that. But why? Because the Quran tells them to fight infidels. So who started the fucking war? Muslims or the Christians? Sounds like Muslims have in their book. Ours doesn't. We don't follow the Old Testament. Old Testament's Old Testament. That's why we have new. That's what it is. That's why Jews don't go to war, because their freaking their Bible doesn't tell them to go to war. Buddhists, their stuff doesn't tell them to go to war. Hindus, they don't tell them to go to war. Only Muslims tell their people to go to war, to kill infidels, to kill people that don't believe in Muslim. They believe their Muslim Jesus, it's heard so many times, will come back and everyone will become Muslim. Whoa. Jesus never said that in the Bible. Not once. He never said, when I come back, you all have to be Christians. He never talked about religion. He said, follow me, I am the way. And people they always forget that. He never talked about religion. Not once. He never brought up religion. He despised the Catholic Church. Say he can't hate it because he's Christ. Can't hate anything because he's love. But he despised the Catholic Church. But he still loved the people altogether. Humans make mistakes. He loved the humans, the humanity, more than he loved what they do. Because humans were created by God. So if humans were created by God, then, if Jesus is the Son of God, then you have to, people go against that. People go against it all the time. Every time I have conversations about, my friend and that, I call him my friend, he's my coworker now. I always have conversations about this stuff that I always look at him. I say, hey, read your Quran and really get to know what's going on. Missing punches and bleeding. Okay, they're watching out for overtime. Yeah, I got a thing that says time detail report. Data that shows all actual punches by person. Please make sure that the actual punches are matching any punches that you expect to have employees correct. Okay, he's this. Talk about punch correction. Okay. Yeah, it's already too late. I'll have to go. I'll have to go tomorrow. Well, my mom likes to sleep in a lot. But yeah, this is why it's like when people talk about stuff, anyone like myself, cold-heartedly believe in Jesus and what he said and that, still trying to do it. It's difficult, but I know it takes time. But I am getting better. That's the whole point. My anxiety's, very, very low. I never overthink. Hello. Oh, what's up? Hello. So I always notice that now that I, my faith has increased and, I believe so much in, God and that now. And in Christ, that it's changed me completely. Like, it's changed me a whole lot. Living proof. I went from mass anxiety, anger, suicidal nut, to loveliness. At least try to be lovely. Oh, nothing much, just chilling. Out there preaching again. Probably going to work here in about an hour. About an hour. I was going to go to the gym today, but unfortunately, don't have time. My mom woke up a little late. She sleeps in too damn much sometimes. Yes, I'm just chilling out right now. Shake it up, amino shake. But yeah, work's getting really strict now. We're having we have a new vice president that came in. Since there was so much fucking bullshit happening in our region, there's a lot of like new, not really new policies and that, but like things we have to follow in that. Like if we clock in too early or clock out too late, we're supposed to be getting written up. As of like next week, since we do have a site manager now. But basically what it is. There might be some protections in that. As long as you don't get the DMs on us, it ain't gonna matter. Like we stay too late, they trigger us. Like we stay like 3 hours late, it triggers us a whole bunch. That's what Crackhead did. She had a closing procedure that was 3 hours and 45 minutes long, which is our supposed to close the procedure at like I think it's 6:30 to 7:30. Supposed to start it, and unfortunately she did it, and it was 3 hours and 45 minutes. So she didn't put it in until like 11 o'clock, when she stayed there hiding and just sucking up money. And I'm just like, that's ridiculous. So now she's been written up for staying too late, just basically stealing money. Because you say like, well, they're being super strict. Like if you don't clock out right on time, or maybe clock in a little early, maybe it's a little bit different than that. But like they're trying to be really snippet in that. Obviously, it depends on the site manager. Because like here's how DMs get triggered. Morning time, you have to be there. You have to clock in at 7. You have to get the ghost wash going at 7:15. Okay. So what I do is I'll try to get there at 6:30, and I'll just sit around and not do nothing, just kind of get everything turned on and that. It's like, well, you're not being paid though. But the thing is, it doesn't matter because I leave early anyway at the time, unless someone's not there. That's the biggest problem is someone didn't show up yesterday, so Crackhead or our assistant manager stayed later, even though she didn't need to, but she stayed until fucking close. She stayed until almost 7 o'clock. I mean, I think she clocked out a little earlier than that, but she was waiting for a ride in that. And I'm just like, okay, that's cool. They just clocked out like 5 something, whatever. And like, I'm just sitting there like, okay, I don't give a fuck, but it's not, I don't have to deal with it. And so now things are changing because our region's gotten fucked up because of all the crappy people that they fucking hired. And so now everyone's going through all this bullshit and like trying to hire better people and that. The people, always want to, go against easy ass stuff like being at a car wash. I think harder work demands more, like. So like I'm just like everyone has to work. Taking a leading position in any company takes effort. A lot of people don't understand that. It's like it always takes effort to be able to do anything in life. Like I'm gonna become assistant manager. I am getting paid more. I deserve to pay 100% because all I do is bust my ass. I got the most memberships out of everybody in my place so far. Like a lot more. I'm almost at 20 and people are barely getting like 2s and 3s. Because I'm always there and no one else is. Oh, and that's what they look at. They all look at that like, well, if he's actually making money for the company, then holy shit, And so, like, that's what has to be done. So I get a little bit more leadway because I'm actually working hard and it's been notified. My DM guy came in and he's like, I know you're dealing with a lot of problems here, and I know it's been anxious and that because my site manager's been telling me, like, yeah, like, Cody's getting really, like, kind of, like, frustrated, he's not getting paid more. Not really. I just say that as a spoof to, like, get them, like, hey, I might quit this job and this whole fucking, the site's going to go down if you can't get my replacement. So then you'll have to have Crackhead as assistant manager because you just have to have someone there. That's why if you're an overcompensating worker, because Trump actually said that's like when Trump said this stuff. Trump said, like, the worst worker is just a good worker. Someone that does their job, they never want to progress more. They never want to do more than what they have to. He's like, that's the best worker. The best worker is one that wants to do more than what they have to succeed. Looking for promotions, trying to develop the company more. He says, good workers you can't fire. He's like, you can't fire them because they do their job, but they don't do enough to make you more money. The whole point of hiring someone is to make the company more money. People go against it. Well, the company's making all this money and all that stuff, and that the company's split up between like a whole bunch of different people. So it's not like everybody's making millions of dollars. They have a lot of work to do to be able to maintain it. So regional manager gets paid, $120,000 a year. He's got $120,000 a year work he has to do every single fucking damn day. He has to make sure everything on top. Yeah, he'll have his breaking points. Yeah, he's physically not selling memberships. Even though a good boss would sit there and go into a place to show dedication to the company and start selling memberships. Imagine if my DM came up here because everything was going good and said, no, I'm going to work with you guys today. Like, huh? So yeah, I'm going to work with you guys. We're going to establish a good front. And then teach the people better stuff. Always looking forward to learning. Huh? It'd be like a Scooby-Doo moment. Really? Exactly. They wouldn't know what to say. Sorry, I gotta throw away some shit. They'd be sitting there like, not understanding, like, wow, this person goes above and beyond. That's how I think of a good company manager. Like, I mean that. I bust my ass like assistant manager. I care for my community. This car wash is a main proposition for the community. People want to use it because their cars are dirty. And when you get a whole bunch of line of angry customers and that they have massive dirty cars because there's no good employees, guess what happens? You lose business. People say, oh, it's because of the wash itself. It's not because of the wash. People don't care. If people got shit all over their fucking cars, they will not give a fuck unless it gets washed. Belly. People don't care as long as it gets washed. The only ones that complain because they think it doesn't get washed. You try to convince them it's not a hard part of the job and that it does work. You just think it doesn't work because you're delusional and you think that nothing works. Well, that's your personality. It does work. Yeah. I'll have them later when I get home. Taking a 3-hour baby shower. That's gotta be annoying. Damn, dude. I'm gonna do my clothes when I get home. But yeah, that's like kind of like the whole point of it, you know? Like, you have to see that drive. So every time I come in there, like I always would do more, and people always tell me like, "Well, you don't get paid nothing." I'm like, but you don't get paid at all because you don't work. To believe that you get money just because you sit on your fucking ass all day on your fucking phone, that's not gonna happen. Well, first off, when I become assistant, it's not gonna happen at all. I'll be like, no, get off your phone, go full towels. I try to say this now. I try, tell the kids, and I'm like, I respect for me that I have to do it too. You have to do it as well. Why aren't you like, no, because you're just gonna do it anyway. Okay, well then you can not get hours and complain about your money not being existent. Well, wait a minute. I need money though. It's like, well, okay, then work then. You're here all day long. There's no reason for you not to do something. When we get busy now, we need people that want to actually drive. That's like the hardest part.
That looks frosty. Weapon here.
Well,
Wave 5.
I was trying to avoid interruptions. By my calculations, I vastly overestimated you.
How do you like it
Human
now?
body is hot. Shield crush. Reboot failed. Even the best occasionally require self-assisted armor integrity. Excuse me.
Pants today. Or big girl pants. I don't judge.
that's fucking hilarious. But yeah, that's what it's always been about. That like, every time I talk to them, like, you have no respect for anyone. You have no respect for anyone. Like, you never did.
There's cloaking here. I see you. Chestnut.
Don't break your arm patting yourself on the back.
That Shrek is near the top of the naughty list. Sweet Christmas. Reload! 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 I'm all give. Ah. Die, huh?
The resupply pod is open. Spend your dosh and shut up.
But yeah, it's kind of like the whole point of this.
Plenty more squeaks.
It's a little bit of progress here and there that develops a lot more.
blood.
It has to do with parents. So, like, if their parents are alcoholics and they do drugs and shit, their kids are gonna be all fucked up. Like, their kids are all gonna be fucking, like, stupid ass fucking delinquents.
Think this is all a piece of cake? How about it?
Unless they really start to understand stuff for themselves.
Chestnut. Hurry. Let's pound sided. Time to give it a present. I shot his eye out. Here comes Santa. I don't see it, but I smell it. No, naughty escapes. Die, naughty, die. I see you.
No, yeah, that's what I'm trying to get to these kids now. They just don't care. They just make up excuses for life. Like, why don't you want to progress in life? Like, what's happened with all the progress of these children? Is it because of school? Is it because they don't discipline their children? Their children literally hide everything. Like, it's a constant thing happening. And, like, the more I start to research this stuff, the more I start to notice the same thing. The parents don't care.
Protect the area if you can.
The parents don't care. Why would the kids care? If the parents live a dull ass life because of someone else,
I see you.
You think that's it? There's plenty more sets.
like it's
How do you like me now? Ah. Sweet Christmas. Chestnuts. I may have overindulged. Evil is afoot.
but yeah, that's what a lot of it has to do with.
Your own
And like, you really look at it, it's like, wow.
Area almost totally secure. Did
Like,
you
wow.
need help?
I used to be like that too, but now I'm not. You know, a prime example of like a really good father is like Donald Trump. Donald Trump's a great admirer. All of his kids are massively intelligent. They're all very intelligent people. Because they don't do drugs, they don't drink that much. They got cocktails and that because of parties and that. They understand the concepts of things. Like I say, any parent that drinks occasionally, you're okay. Any parent that drinks every fucking damn day, you're not good.
I'm all give. So you flesh pounds are naughty.
Oh, this is a.
No, naughty escapes me. You miss the old Santa? comes Santa.
You don't have enough money to live.
Yeah, it's good. It's hard to get fucking.
Lived. I'm not impressed. I'm disgusted.
Something's hit.
Okay, sending me some progress shit. Okay, so. Okay. Okay, you sent me the other half of it. Okay. Okay. So right now, the whole point of it is they're going by car per hour. So the base of it is how we make money in that. So how busy our place is compared to how much we actually have to
Think
have in
fast,
hours.
or as fast as you can. So think slow.
I mean, the days that I worked by myself and that, you know, like Sunday and that, we made over $1,000. There's only 2 people there. We made a lot of money in
Pod
general.
shutting down.
It was
Any
fucking busy.
second now.
Better now.
Saturday they did like 1,500, but only had like only had 2 people there, and at the end of it, you know, that's the one day I told the other kids, like, once you stay till 5 because we're gonna get busy as fuck, and we ended up getting super fucking busy. They left at 3:30, and that I stayed there until, you know, I was closing that day, and like we were massively fucking busy.
Your breath, your heart, your bowels.
Like, it was ridiculous.
Don't run. You'll only die tired. Would you like to be part of an electrical circuit? Don't gloat yet. Come, my eaters. Attack!
Santa says what?
You still plasmas, are you?
Hands up. Who shot Santa?
Electricity has great potential for serious burns.
Here comes Santa.
Isn't he plasma? This has taken a strange twist. The human process highly conducted. Armor experiment concluded. As you can
They'll
see,
kill us.
you can't see me, but I
have
see.
more.
It's getting expensive. Kindly die the next wave.
So basically, it's gonna come down to we're only gonna have like 3 fucking people working for us, because it's gonna get to the point where it's gonna be super fucking strict, and the strictness is gonna be fucking outrageous.
Not very welcoming.
As of next week, it's gonna be really strict, which I'm fine with that. This gun's actually really good. Oh man.
Wave 11.
Okay.
Nothing. Cat nuts. Die, naughty, die. I shot his eye out. Donner's avenged. Ah. You. Someone is in a very bad mood. Ah. How do you like
Okay, I gotta leave. There's about
Still die.
25 minutes left out.
The fact your survival is an accomplishment is pathetic, like you.
Blood.
Don't bleed on the pod. It was hard to steal this many.
I think I grabbed this, but is this gonna? Okay, cool. Let's like fuck around with this gun a little bit. I like the Magnum in that, but it's not good for like.
Let's see what happens when we mix things up some. Try this one out.
Something.
Don't get too comfy. I've got more sets just waiting.
Off with their head. No, naughty escapes me. Come get some, Frank. What? This bus is coming. Get in, get in. That scrape is near the top of the naughty list. Are you ready for me? Get nuts. Hurry! 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 Hello, blood hound. I see
Jeez, dude. Not too bad.
I see you. This bus is coming.
The resupply pod is
That works pretty good. That reload speed's pretty sick with that. Come on, Liger. Liger. Come on. Hey, baby. We'll go. I think I might. Normally don't like using cologne, but unfortunately I'm gonna use it. Got fucking like 20-year-old curve cologne I never fucking use. I have a problem fucking sweating and that. My fucking odor gets pretty bad at work.
spend your dosh and shut up.
At least with cologne, it'll stick to my
Account for
fabric.
that in the next batch of flesh pounds. It won't
It'll make
be
me
that
smell
easy
good for like
again.
all day long, so I don't have to
I wonder where that leads.
reek too much. Cool. Okay.
Activate Omega
What we got?
Maneuver 12.
Okay.
Get them, my children.
Where's Scrape? No, there's Scrape. Sweet Christmas. checked it twice. Die, naughty, die. Get in, get in. I flesh pound sighted. Time to give us a present. I'm all give.
Oh, come on, motherfucker. I don't flesh pound like to fucking die fast enough. Dude!
I don't like the price.
Fuck you, bitch! Jeez.
Rudolph guide my sleigh tonight.
Hey, that's what I like about the mag. It doesn't kill the flesh pounds fast enough. It's hard to shoot him in the fucking neck because they always fucking jump at you. Fuck off,
Old
bitch.
China? How do you like me now? I see you. Get in, get in!
Fuck you, bitch.
Just handed a pod. You got lucky. We'll sweep that squig back into the cloning vet. He'll be back soon.
That stinks.
And the Magnum ain't too bad with that fast speed. That speed's pretty crazy.
Planning on stabbing your way through?
Yes.
Buy ammo.
He's basically telling everyone that everyone should follow the schedule. That's posted on Baycom, which I already know what the schedule is, but nothing's changed with me. Like I said, this schedule doesn't mean shit. As long as I get the money that I deserve, I really don't give a fuck. So, like, if David is one of the other kids in that, if he's getting transferred in that. If he gets transferred and he is the lead.
Hello, flesh pound. Cat night. Cat night. Are you ready? Do you hear what I hear? A siren. Donner's event.
Man, they pile up too damn fast in here. Look off me, bitch. Oh, okay, there's 3 put up flesh pounds.
Alpha cat night.
Dude,
Die, naughty. No blind.
I'm dead. God, what's with those? Oh, I hate those wave things. Like, soon as it's a wave thing, or not wave thing, soon as it's a fucking territorial thing, they always spawn in heavy as fuck. When you're playing by yourself, it's nearly impossible to keep up with the reloading that. That does piss me off. I mean, this is the worst character for that. It's a little unfair with the fucking sniper. What time is it? Almost 11. Go to Santa's workshop. Okay. Yeah, actually, tell you the truth, man, I probably have to go take a shit here in a little bit. Yeah, he's going a little dramatic. My bosses. So make sure you hand out Google reviews and do all the stuff and handle all the stuff, and I'm like, I know what he's doing. Cool beans, bro. I'm like, I like the enthusiasm, but my job, we need to have more than one person at the pay station, first of all. If there's 3 people there, we need to have 2 people at the pay station. If you want this business to grow, you gotta have more than just one person at the pay station. Can't have just 2 people sitting down on their fucking asses waiting for cars to come by. If there's 3 people there, they both have to be outside. Both suggesting. Because I hate doing this shit. I'm the only one out there, only one dealing with it. And say, like, if my site manager's out there, which is the guy that's talking to me that, I'd be out there with them. Constantly suggesting things and that, like. Hope to see what happens. Anyway. I'm gonna get off on that. Let's see what happens today. It's almost 11, man. I gotta go take a dump and all that crap before I go. Okay. Well.